So, sitting as though nothing has happened, Mother Parvati, after showering, she goes in search of her child. Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani, Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani, Amba Bhavani Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani. She goes, she finds her son lifeless on the ground. She begins to scream, she begins to cry. And the cry is no ordinary cry. Lord Shiva could feel the emotion in her screams. Have you ever felt the emotion in somebody's situation? Just by the way they deliver it to you? You ever feel sorry for somebody who tell you a whole story that is one big lie? And you feel so sorry for them that you could take up your whole house and your everything and give it to them. And then you realize, well, she's screaming, she's crying. Lord Shiva rushes. Seeing her, he says, what seems to be the matter? And Mother Parvati says, somebody destroyed my child. Lord Shiva is not admitting what he has done. He says, don't worry, we will bring him back to life. He's not admitting what he has done. He's saying, we will bring him back to life, don't worry. Sometimes moving on is not important, but admitting that we're not perfect and so we all falter is what is important. And all of us, we falter. Nobody is freed from that. We all falter from time to time, and that's part of being a human being. It's okay to falter, because out of that you learn. It makes you an experienced being. And so, Mother Parvati, she listens to what Lord Shiva is saying. And so Lord Shiva summons his gunners, go in the northern direction. Find any newborn whose mother is sleeping with her back towards the newborn baby, and bring the head of that baby. No good mother will sleep with her back towards especially her newborn child. Do you know there are children who have grown into adults, could hardly fit in the mother and father bed and still sleeping between mother and father? Do you know there are children till today in Form 1 and 2 and 3, and you will swear that they are, what's the word? They're real macho ones. And when they're home, thank God nobody could see, they're still sucking their finger. They still have their finger in their mouth. Thank God nobody could see. And so, Mother Parvati goes and she sits. The only thing that they could find is an elephant. The only animal that they could find, or being that they could find, is an elephant. Where she is sleeping with her back towards her newborn baby. And they bring the head of the elephant and place it onto the body. Lord Shiva summons Mother Parvati, come quickly, your son is brought back to life, come quickly and see. And when she comes, she sees the elephant head. What happens? Bolo Kali Bhavani Amme Ma, Bolo Kali Bhavani Amme Ma, Bolo Kali Bhavani Amme Ma, Bolo Kali Bhavani Amme Ma. She turns into Kali. From gold, from white, she becomes black in color. Her anger turns her into dark. When we become angry, our mind, our thinking becomes dark. And so once our thinking becomes dark, then our reactions and our actions depict this darkness. I have always said, and I will always say, it is better to be dark and class to be ugly on the outside than to be fair and dark and ugly on the inside. The color of your skin doesn't depict who and what you are. It's the way you live and the way you choose to react to the situations. I always say that God only created one race, the human race. And we have decided to class and segregate and hate and confuse ourselves by thinking that we are better and others are worse. And we are all God's children, and from God we came, and to God we will return. When God sends the rain, He doesn't say only rain for Christians or only rain for Muslims or only. He says rain for my children so that they will all have water to drink. I bless all my children. And so Mother Parvati, turning into Kali, she begins to dance the dance of destruction, and the earth begins to shake. Dum, 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 durega, dum, 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 durega, dum, 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 durega, dum, 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 durega. The devatas become frightened. Ever did something and you're afraid of what your mother and father's reaction will be? Every child, at some point, we did something that forced us to be frightened of what the reaction of our mother and father will be. If you have to choose a mother and a father for your next birthday, who will you choose? Who will you choose? Don't answer. Think about it. Who will you choose? Of all the people I have met in my whole lifetime so far, I have already chosen. Who will you choose? I have not only chosen, I have said. Who will you choose? Mother Parvati becomes upset. And becoming upset, seeing this elephant head, she says, every being who sees my son, the first thing they're going to see is this elephant head. There are a million good things for people to see about us. But the minute they look at us, they look to find a fault with us. You spend the whole day by the hairdresser. Comb up your hair. And when you come home, you so expect somebody to say something nice to you about your hair. Or maybe you expect, actually no, anything you have to do, you have to spend the whole day. Even your nail too. If you go to do your nail, you have to spend the whole day because now is a new thing that they have to put on the machine to dry it. And what's it called? What is it called? Acrylic. A new thing, and you have to spend the whole day and push your hand in the machine and let the fans work. And there are wives that will go and spend half day, sit down under the fan with their fingers skin up, and their husband never even noticed that something different about their nail. Or never even noticed that something different about their hair. And days after, the wife will say, well, you didn't see I do my nail. And the husband will say, I would have known you do it. And the wife say, how? Well, when I get a credit card slip, I would have known you went and you do it. And the wife said, well, I only do these things to make you happy, to look nice for you. And the husband say, okay. Acha. Mother Parvati becomes mad. And she says, every being who sees my son, all they will see is the elephant head. All devatas come to that place, knowing that Mother Parvati is upset and in trouble. When you have trouble, who will come? When you have trouble, who will come? Who will come? Think about the day that we are living in now. The minute somebody hears that somebody in your house died, me going is COVID. Poor lady dead home with a heart attack, Me going, she dead with COVID, and if I go dead with COVID too. Well, I have news for you, whether way you go dead anyway. Mightn't be COVID, but you're sure to death. Because the reality, the whole kahani or story of life is that whether what you eat, or whether what you drink, or whether what you wear, or whether what your status is, there is a date all of us, we will die. And while there are many things uncertain about life, the only certain thing is you will die. That's why you see me, I laugh every day. I have no going out clothes and home clothes, and I wear going out clothes and home clothes home. And anywhere I go in, I ready to go. One day, actually for my birthday, I got a gift. And the gift was 2 short pants. And I looked at it and I said, short pants? And they say, yeah, well, you only wear in short pants, and anywhere you go in with the same pants all over. And so we bought you short pants so that you could put it on new ones. Open up your wardrobe, Ari, and start wearing like you're mad. Put on the shalwar home in the house. Sundar Kapra. The style now is a jeans with a big hole. That's the style. You get in a condition, live and alive. Shorter and smaller the clothes, bigger the price. Lesser the cloth, more expensive it is. And it's a brand name, huh? Mother Parvati says, I'm disappointed. Everybody will see this elephant head and they will laugh at my son. And so, Lord Shiva, you have caused hurt and pain to me. And not only to me, but to my son. All devatas, they placed their hands together. Jag Janani Jai Jai Ma Jag Janani Jai Jai Beharini Bhavatarini Bhavabhamini Jai Jai. Don't worry, Devi. Don't worry. We'll bless your son. We'll bless your son that he'll be Pratama Puj, the first to be worshipped. We'll bless your son, he'll be Vigna Vinasham, the remover of all obstacles. We bless your son, he'll be called Lambodhara, the God of the entire universe. Mother Parvati says, those who know him and know what he is about will understand this. But the ordinary mind will make a mockery out of him. Do you know the ordinary mind will make a mockery out of anything and everything? And do you know the God-realized mind learns to appreciate anything and everything? And so Mother Parvati, hearing this, she becomes calm. Lord Shiva says, we will name him Ganesh. He will be the head of the Ganas. This group that serve me, they will worship him. And so we will name him Ganesh. And so now, having the elephant head and having existence, from tomorrow evening we would listen to the leelas of this Ganesh, the divine son of Mata Parvati and Lord Shiva. Ganesha Bhagavani ki jai.